So come back outside. This is outside. The whole sky is pretty much waxed here. You can see all the swirls and the mist and whatnot. And then you can start to see the real material showing up as gray, the fine lines and whatnot. Looks like they may try and make it rain again. But we'll do a quickie talk on what's going on politically with Trump and whatnot. You know, there's still people that think he's on the team and all of this good stuff. I don't really buy that at this point. You know, the best way to keep the peasants. This is very strange. What's going on here? I don't know. Weird section for a minute. Looked like purplish. But the best way to keep the peasants happy is you know, to give them shit. Keep everything quiet, give them shit, all that good stuff. You don't want your FBI exposed, your CIA exposed. You know, you don't want the inner workings of your system exposed. You don't want people going on this nationalist kick and whatnot. You know, Obama had it pretty well sewed up. They definitely didn't. There was a cog in the wheel. Hillary was definitely supposed to get in there. And I think we got lucky, and I think we should take it for what the hell it is. And no one's gonna love Trump, but it is what it is. You know, you got to look at some of the facts. This country's broke. The manufacturing has been gone from this country. Obama intentionally moved it out. Technology is coming up quick. Jobs will be gone soon. McDonald's is automating you walk in, they're gonna have an automated kiosk in every shop. I just went to Sam's Club the other day. Sam's Club just took out more than half of their cashiers and put in self-checkout. And you know, they got robots ready to do everything. They approved delivery robots in Arizona. You know, they got drone delivery, you name it. I've seen pizza making robots, farming robots, everything. So, you know, you want to fall into this immigration stuff and whatnot. There's no room for it here when you start factoring everything in. You know, the jobs will be gone in this country. What's going on in Venezuela? Venezuela's collapsing. Yeah, this is strange. What's going on here? It's like a sheet. Venezuela's collapsing. Those people are leaving Venezuela. They're going into Colombia and all different countries as you know, economic refugees and whatnot. And there's already a migration. We got people coming here from Guatemala, all of these good places. So there's going to be another migration going on as Venezuela further collapses and the people have to leave. Now, with Mexico, Trump goes further on these tariffs. I believe 80% of Mexico's exports come here. So they have essentially nothing we need. They just make it cheaper. So they're screwed if they want to play a little trade war thing. If Trump legalizes cannabis, which apparently he might, I hear there's a Democratic bill to do it federally, and he said that if it comes to his desk, he will sign it. So that will be another major stream that will be cut off from Mexico, on top of the manufacturing, which would be devastating. You know, and then it'll give the cops more ability to keep check on the other shit coming through, the fentanyl and all the good shit. So people, and then if you want to talk about climate change and all that other good shit, if you want to listen to the mainstream scientists, resources are going to get scarce. Food's going to be harder to produce, resources are going to get scarce. So you're going to have all these people in South America coming this way to a country where yeah, if Trump doesn't do anything, there'll be no jobs here, and you're going to bring more people in, which is that Cloward pivot strategy, basically to bring, you know, everything down to one point, collapse the economy, and bring it back with, you know, a new system. So very strange. So we're essentially going to want a damn wall if you want to maintain your standard of life. Nothing about racism, any of that good shit. But there's going to be a major collapse occurring in South America. I know they say it's been coming here for the last 10, 15 years, but Trump is not our enemy. You know, he's doing things that's in our interest, that's for the future, essentially, that have to be done. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to fuck off Canada and different places, but it's got to be done. So, you know, like I said, he's not doing everything necessarily for the people and for Jesus and all of this good stuff. He gets off on people liking him. So he doesn't care about the people that don't like him. He can give a shit, but he likes to be adored by crowds of people. And that's why he's standing up for this shit. He's moving through, and he's coming through for a lot of his stuff. He wants to, you know, a lot of these leaders, they look at it in the old Roman Empire kind of way. You know, they all think they're rulers of a people, and, you know, some of them want the admiration of the people. Obama could have gave a shit. He wanted the admiration of Hollywood and his fellow, you know, corrupt people that were in on the scheme and whatnot. But I think Trump gets off on the admiration of the people, which works to our benefit. You know, like I said, he's not doing it, you know, for our hearts necessarily, but it'll work to our benefit. He wants to do stuff. He wants to move numbers, move it quick. He wants to show other people we're, you know, idiots. We're scumbags. We're just screwing us intentionally. So he gets off on records and shit like that. That's fine by me as long as he's on my team. So you just got to keep an eye on that shit. The people they keep putting around him, that's where the trust starts to fall off. You know, if you... I'm glad we're lucky, that's all I could say. I didn't want to find out what Hillary's fun camp was that she spoke about. The adult fun camps by Hillary Clinton. So I do predict we'll be in Iran within 2 years. There's going to be something that goes down there. I see people are protesting there again against the government. They want that situation handled. So I do see something going down with Iran. For the best or worst, I don't know. But Trump's trying to straighten some of these situations out quick. To, you know, not to everybody's favor, but he's trying to reshape things in a different way. So I'm not going to say I see his whole plan. That's what happens. Like, a lot of us judge him on each move. But he may have a bigger plan. He's been looking at this shit for a long time. So I'm not going to worry about each move. The fact is that the other side is so goddamn batshit crazy at this point that, you know, people don't even want to be associated with him with the hashtag walk away bullshit. You know, the Democrats have just fucking lost their mind. They're just screaming babies, basically, in diapers. You know, it fucking is what it is. You know, we weren't going to get much with any leader, and that's it. I'd like someone to suggest a different person, or any person that could come in and challenge this system. Who could do it? You know, everybody wants to say, oh, Trump may not be the man. Who could do it? Rand Paul? He can't stand up against the whole system. You literally have to be like a billionaire person. You got to have a wild personality. You know, the only other person I could have thought of was someone like Vince McMahon from WWE, something like that. Who he's ultimately a scumbag. I know a lot about wrestling. You know, he's a greedy fucker and you name it. He screwed over a ton of people in his career. But who could take on the CIA, the FBI, all of this good shit? And, you know, everyone believes it's all a script, all of that good shit. I don't always believe that. You know, I believe there's yin and yang. I believe, you know, where there's good, there's evil. Where there's evil, there's good. And, you know, there's definitely always some hope out there. So unless you believe everything's totally hopeless, the Illuminati got it on lockdown, you know, there's no cog that can be thrown into the program, you know, to me, that's not a good theory. You know, there's always some sort of divine intervention that can pop through. Not saying Trump is from God, but, you know, we needed anything to fuck up this system, and it woke up a lot of people. The amount of people that woke up is insane, and the crowd that it did wake up, one of the crowds is hilarious. It was the soccer moms. There's more enthusiastic, diehard soccer mom Trump fans on Twitter and whatnot tweeting about the FBI and the CIA, and they don't want that. Trust me, they don't fucking want that shit. They want the soccer moms being soccer moms. They do not want these people getting woke to any of it. You know, they're not woke to what's going on in the sky yet, but that's the first step, is getting woke to that there's corrupt shit going on in your government, and it was collusion and organized and you name it, and it was to bring down this fucking country. So They woke up, you know, I'll give Trump credit. He woke up a lot of fucking people. He goddamn CNN is their ratings are damn near gone. You know, they're below freaking the cooking channels and home and garden TV and all of that good shit. So he did a lot. I can't, you know, did more than freaking we'd get from anybody else. You know, who Ron Paul's gonna stand up to the CIA and FBI and the deep state and all that good shit. You know, so Trump is it. He's our only hope at something, you know, at protecting what we got. Because before you know it, you know, the Social Security is going to start going down and all of these things are going to start getting squeezed out. That would have been the Democrat plan. You bring so many people in and, you know, you just start lowering the standards to where the people coming in are fine with it, but the people that have been here aren't fine with it. So you end up lowering everybody down to a certain standard, which is kind of what they want. And, you know, Americans are just trying to protect what they worked for. It's not a freaking color thing, a race thing, nothing. Everyone's just trying to protect a little what they got, because there's wolves eyeing it up every minute. You know, California's got a gas tax. They're looking for a mileage tax. They're limiting your water. You know, they're pro-immigration, bring people in, but then again, they're saying you can only use 55 gallons of water in a day. Like, how does that line up? You know, if you got to do a few loads of laundry or you got people over and whatnot, it don't work out. So I imagine they'll let you use more, but they'll probably surcharge the hell out of you. So that's the goal. Just keep taxing the shit out of us, and at the same time lowering our standard of life, standard of living, and just I don't even know. It's just not a good program. So we're gonna be looking for a goddamn wall. Technology, they said by 2050 it's gonna knock out so many jobs, it's not even funny. So where are these jobs gonna be if we bring more people in? You know, it doesn't work out. So that's why we're lucky Trump's trying to get whatever the hell he can get back in here. Once people start working, that fucking racism shit dies down. These people got no jobs. They got time to go out and bitch in the street. You know, people start getting money in their pockets, they get a lot quieter. I don't know what people are looking for. You know, everyone's looking for people to hold hands in the street. That's not happening. These people are so wild right now. It's not. There's no chance of coming together socially or civilly at this point. So it's about just making sure that this radical left doesn't get too much of a hold on anything, because they are freaking radical. But all right, folks, just checking in. Peace.